There's a very special book, and it's called Tomer Devorah. What are the Segulah of this book? Rabbi Yeshaya Horowitz Zatzal said that anyone who's accustomed to reading Tomer Devorah, completing it every week or every month, is a Ben Olam Haba, a person that will deserve the world to come. The Divrei Chaim of San Zatzal said that reading Tomer Devorah is a Segulah to protect anyone from illness. Now obviously these Segulah are not going to work for people who just read the book without trying to understand it. Tomer Devorah is not like the book of Tehillim, whose words have great influence even if a person doesn't fully understand them. The words of Tehillim are made up of names of Hashem. The book of Tomer Devorah is not found in the holiness of its words, but the content of their meaning. Tomer Devorah talks about the 13 attributes of mercy of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the way we should emulate our Creator. The main benefit of this Sefer lies in understanding Hashem's attributes of mercy so that we can implement them in our own lives whenever a test of character arises. In our times, many people study Tomer Devorah as a Segulah for protection against the birth pangs of Mashiach, Chevlei Mashiach. However, the purpose of this book is not to serve as a Segulah, but to help us emulate the attributes of our Creator, which is the very purpose of our creation. The Segulah of protection and rescue for ourselves and for the entire world is a natural result, but not the main purpose of it. The first of the 13 attributes of mercy is the attribute called Mi El Kamocha, who Hashem is like you. When we're constantly doing favors for others and one day we're met with a tremendous display of ingratitude in which this person uses the very same favor in order to harm us back, this is a very difficult insult to bear, and it's just not fair. This could be done with a co-worker, a neighbor, a friend, a cousin or brother, anybody. Now, if we continue to do the very same favor that was used against us, hoping that one day this person will change his ways, we are showing a restraint of anger, and this deed is very big in Shamayim. It will go up to heaven and awaken Hashem attribute of mercy that is expressed by who Hashem is like you, Mi El Kamocha, bringing that element into our world and benefiting a tremendous amount of mercy for the person and for the entire nation. Wow. Let me give you a story so we can understand this better. The Jacobi family was hosting a Sheva Berachot outside in the backyard, sounds like these days, and asked the Leibowitz family if they could please use the electricity since they lived on the first floor of an apartment building. The Leibowitz family agreed right away, but by condition that by midnight the party has to be over because he had a class early the next day and he wanted to get up on time. The Jacobis reassured them that by midnight there'll be no more party. That night, they celebrated a very joyous occasion. Everyone danced around the Chatan and made the Kala happy. Midnight approached, and the festivities were still going on strong. Mr. Leibowitz called Mr. Jacobi on his cell phone and asked him to please stop using the loudspeakers. It's almost midnight. His friend told him, sure, no problem. We'll end it in just a few minutes. But those words really meant a few hours. Mr. Leibowitz was starting to get upset, and his wife suggested, why not just unplug the extension cord that's in the house, and the party will be over. That's a very simple solution. He liked it. He got up to follow his wife's suggestion. He said, after all, I'm giving them the electricity all night long. Why shouldn't I unplug it? Why should I give them the power to keep bothering me? I'm just going to take it out. Just before he was about to pull the plug, he took a look into the yard at the Sheva Berachot, and he saw children dancing, the guests rejoicing, and at that very moment, they started a new festive dance around the Chatan. How would they feel if he unplugged everything and leaving the entire occasion in darkness? After all, they really worked so hard to make a beautiful party. It is so important for them. Was it really so nice to ruin their festivities? It's not the right thing, he said. His hand was almost on the plug, and then he said, no matter what and how much it's disturbing me, he did not want to ruin the Sheva Berachot. He said, let us follow in the ways of Hashem. Hashem continues giving, even for those who uses his gifts against him. Hashem keeps on giving. He gives good health and strength and to breathe, even to those people who use the gifts to sin, and he keeps on giving. We should follow in the ways of Hashem also. His wife was so proud of him that he was able to pass such a difficult test and to emulate the creator of the world. And for this act, he received an enormous amount of blessings. This is the lesson that the Tomer Devorah is teaching us. I suggest strongly to buy the book and to learn the ways of Hashem and try to emulate him as much as we can. For those kind of deeds, there's a special merit that is awaiting for those who follows in the ways of Hashem.